All right, we're starting this one out wild,
I don't like
boys.
the way we're starting.
Well, we haven't introed yet.
Have we started?
No.
Are we on?
We're going.
Is the camera rolling?
The camera's
We're going?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
this is gonna end up on YouTube for sure.
Maybe not. Well, welcome back.
What is up, mother?
Well,
Like, comment, subscribe. Hit that, what did they say? Hit that,
Hit that subscribe
Hit that
button, smash that
smash
like,
that like
get that
button.
bell on for notifications, weekly uploads, twice a week shorts, 3 times a week. We're taking our shirts off and we're putting it on Instagram.
and we're burning the houses
And we're
down.
burning everybody's house down. That was almost like a cold noise. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know? No, it's hot. You know?
No, it's cold. Your house is gone and it's winter.
That's damn right. Yeah, we're January and you're outside without a house.
Come on.
Nobody wants that.
All right, for the real intro though, welcome back to Burn Your House Down. I'm your host McCoy.
the
I'm
fuck
back.
going on? Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, dude, it's been a little bit of a.
It's been a minute.
Two weeks-
I
two
was
weeks
going to
off.
lean
Yeah.
right into that. That's
Sabbatical.
what we were going to head right into. Where
Where
have
the
you been?
fuck have you been?
Dude, I had a very serious disease, dude, but my boy Tony, he fucking healed me, dog.
Tony.
Fauci,
Tony?
dude.
What'd you...
Tony
Damn.
Fauci, man.
What
you
was your
have?
disease?
Dude, it was an epidemic back in the 80s, dude. I'm not even going to say the words, dude, but
That's
because
fair.
it's kind of serious what I had, dude, but
Wait,
How many
excuse me?
fucking
vax?
healed me,
Did you have
dog.
to get triple
You said-
vax to combat that, or what'd you do? You know?
nah, dude, it was a whole new form of thing, dude. It was fucking it was
Gene
little,
therapy, or
well, like it was a shot, dude, but it was made differently than most other shots, dude. It
But
was the
what were you-
foreskin of tiny little babies got injected directly into my left deltoid.
There you go, rear.
Wow.
Your rear deltoids.
Wait, what's the deltoid?
Your last?
Well, yeah, there's like 3 pieces. You got your anterior
No.
and then your posterior.
It was the middle one.
the middle one
Because it's
Okay.
the one I use the most. It fucking sucked, dude. Fucking
McCoy
sucked.
had AIDS. McCoy had
Couldn't
AIDS.
crank for a
Aw.
week.
I am super confused and I'm...
Why you gotta blast that out there, dude?
'Cause
I got
he had
bear
AIDS.
AIDS, dude.
Oh.
I was gonna say
What
we
are
heard
those?
rumors there was
I
a
got
bear
attacked by a
involved.
bear.
You know?
Okay.
I got attacked by a bear.
That's what
but
I
it
heard.
wasn't. It wasn't like a vicious like assault attack. I mean, it was a sexual assault, but it wasn't like a like
Assault.
punching. You know,
as
I didn't
say.
get punched by the bear. I got punched by his cock.
You got tongue punched by the bear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and so
Okay.
I got the shit, dude. And Tony Fauci got
Tony
the fucking.
Fauci?
He's got the good shit.
Sounds
dog.
like the man.
That's all we got to talk about, man. Is fucking. Fuck yeah, Tony, dude. Thank you, dude.
Thank
Shout out
you.
TF.
I
TF.
can't thank you for bringing one of my closest friends back.
Yeah,
'cause
God bless,
I don't
dude.
know what we would have done, dude.
God is good, dude. What would you have done?
Well,
Seriously,
Gregorius,
we
have you
got a
heard
guy.
of have you heard
We
of
got a
Gregorius
guy.
Epstein?
Let me
Dude,
tell
so
you.
I hit him up to fill in for me because I was hella sick with
So
it
you were
last week.
responsible for that. I was wondering because all of a sudden, I mean, we're just like doing our own separate things. All of a sudden,
Boom.
bam, we're here.
No, I
It would have
actually,
been nice. A text would have been
I
nice.
actually met Tony through Gregorius. Yeah,
Damn,
me and
good boys.
Gregorius go way back, dude. But I don't fuck with a lot of shit he's up to. But
Yeah, I don't know.
he's pretty chill though.
kind of
with
scared
it.
me, man. I don't know.
He's talking some
if
weird
it-
shit,
If I
dog.
if I would go out of my way to be around
Did
him.
he pull
You know
out
what
his
I'm saying?
fucking orb, dude?
Dude, he pulled out his orb.
Did he pull the orb
Dude.
out?
That thing is fucking
He
righteous,
hardly
bro.
let it go.
Man, I've asked that motherfucker.
It
Some
was in his lap the
crazy
whole
questions.
time. I really couldn't take my eyes off it.
I couldn't tell what kind of relationship he had with that orb, to be honest. You
He
know,
was
It
telling
was-
me to ask it questions.
Nobody
Yeah.
knows. dude.
He's like, talk to my orb. You know, I was like, okay.
He doesn't like it when other people gaze into it either. Is the thing, and so like
That's fair.
you gotta kind of watch your gaze for sure. But
Every
he's
every
the-
man has their own orb type of thing. You know, it's like back up off my orb.
Well, he has the only orb, you know, and so he's
Ooh.
like, don't look at my special
I've seen
orb.
an orb
Damn.
before.
Really, but have you seen an orb like that one?
Probably knockoffs.
I think it was dork.
They kind of looked like Fushigi. Dude, that's what I thought
The
it was.
Fushigi
And
of
I
the
was kind
Dark
of
Brotherhood,
sad
dude.
he didn't start like doing the David Bowie Fushigi shit.
David
you know?
Bowie
That would be
Bowie?
sick.
Fushigi?
Well, you've seen the Labyrinth.
That's
didn't
the
know
name of the
David Bowie was
episode.
Fushigi.
That's the name of the
Elaborate.
episode.
David
David
Bowie
Bowie's
does
Fushigi. Dude, have you ever busted one of those things open?
A fushigi ball?
Yeah.
What are
I've
they?
never had
I
one.
haven't. What are they made out of?
I've never seen
I
one
thought
in
they were
person.
like glass or something.
Dude, didn't Lil
So-
Slim drop it? He was like, "It won't break, dude. I promise." And then he fucking dropped the shit and it broke.
Oh, we're
shattered.
gonna hold on. We're gonna dedicate an episode
This
to
is
Little
to
Slim.
Lil Slim, dog.
Never heard of him.
Lil
But,
fucking
uh,
Slim,
we can't
dude.
dedicate a whole episode to him.
You went
if
to
I never
school
heard
with
of
the
him.
man, dude.
You know the man.
Lil
Lil
Slim, dude.
Kobe Rose.
Oh, shout out Lil Slim.
Lil Slim, bro.
But inside the fushigi, so it's like some kind of acrylic or polymer, and then you know how it looks.
Don't do that right now.
The guy pulls up.
Let's go. Oh.
Look at these guys go.
She's kind of hot.
Big titty golf GF, dude.
Dude, you know the big titty god GF. Keep the fushigis on lock.
100%.
Okay, so you see that metal ball in there?
That's the only way they could lure me into their
Oh, there's like a
dungeon.
metal core and there's like epoxy around it.
That metal core is like the size of a marble.
Okay.
And then like the polymer like refracts or some shit to make it look huge.
Whoa, really?
But yeah, my friend had gotten one, and we all convinced him. We're like, dude, let's break this thing open. He loved it. He was nasty with it, dude. And we convinced him, like, dude, we'll have this giant metal bearing ball. It'll be sick. He's like, all right, fucking. Throws it up in the air. We finally get it, dude. And it's just this tiny little metal marble.
Really?
I felt so bad.
That's pretty crazy, actually.
That's
Dude,
funny,
dude, a few people back in the day were fucking nasty.
It definitely
with those
looks
things.
bigger.
See, imagine,
it definitely looks bigger.
Imagine the honor of somebody years later being like, bro, he was nasty with the fushigi.
Imagine if you could just
That's
pull it out
epic.
right now and start.
Yeah.
But what I was
fushigi
saying
right
is
now,
in the
dude.
Labyrinth. Have you seen the Labyrinth?
Yeah, where
They-
David Bowie plays a weird fucking.
He has a ball,
goat
and it's not a
pedophile.
fushigi, but he does the same thing a fushigi.
It was the
does.
inspiration for Fushigi.
100%.
Somebody watched that and they're like, I could get the nation's children with this.
Doing some of this. That fucking weird ass creature, dude.
That's Pan's Labyrinth, dog.
Isn't that what you said?
No. Look up.
Is Labyrinth and Pan's Labyrinth two separate movies?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
One's Guillermo del Toro.
I was
one's
not
David
born in the
Bowie.
70s, so I don't know that. That's crazy to me.
That's
Pull
I've
that
never
up.
Labyrinth.
seen this.
This
Oh,
isn't
David
that old,
Bowie's
though.
not in that movie?
No.
No. That's
Dude,
a good movie, dude.
That's
Have you
scary.
seen it?
I thought
Yeah.
that was
Dude,
the David
it's
Bowie
such
movie.
a good
What the
movie.
fuck is that?
No, Pan's Labyrinth, dude. It's
I'm not
such a
gonna
good
watch
movie.
it.
That's why I've
it's
never
so
seen it, is
good.
because I was like,
It's
I don't care.
very
I'm not
good, dude.
watching
Now
that.
just
I was like, I don't
Labyrinth.
care about
That
David
guy's
Bowie
only in
enough
it
to
for like
see
a
that.
couple minutes, and he's just like a really important character.
Dude,
it's
it's
not.
I'm not
only in it for a
watching where
couple
he's a
minutes.
really important
Dude, he
character.
pops the eyes into his palms and the fucking.
I'm not doing that.
He can't see without the
Jimmy,
eyeball palms,
stop,
dude.
Stop
Neither
it,
can I.
stop it.
You
It's a
seen
good
it?
movie,
Scaring
dude.
me.
It's not a scary
It's
movie.
scaring me.
It's scaring me right now.
Well, that's the thing. It's
God, you're a
technically
fucking
children's
pussy,
movie.
dude.
That's terrifying. Gives me bad thoughts, dude.
Dude, you're gonna have a fucking sleep paralysis monster look like that.
Yeah, dude.
100%. Why would you put that on me? That's pretty evil.
Because you
shit.
won't watch it.
I don't get
You're a big old
paralysis like
pussy.
that.
Yeah, if you
Never
watch
have,
it,
and
you
if I
won't
do-
get
You
it.
guys
But
have
if you
never gotten
do,
sleep paralysis?
Nice.
I never have. I never. Have you walked down that road?
Oh yeah,
Really? You get paralyzed?
many
huh?
a time, many a time.
Wow. Is it usually like when you wake up, or is it like middle of the night type situation?
It's usually middle. Well, it's like you wake up, but you're. It's almost like you're looking through your eyes, even though you're still perfectly asleep. It's very strange. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
you can see the
honestly.
room around you, even though your eyes are closed.
Exactly.
That's what I've heard. And then
It's called
oftentimes
astral
you'll see,
projection,
like,
baby.
beings. Well, it's like you wake up and you're awake. You can see the room, but you can't move. And then you see an object like you're dreaming in front of you.
Well, because
Well,
it's
because
like,
oftentimes
yeah.
it's
Are you
pretty
gonna
scary.
explain
You're-
a little bit about it?
Yeah.
right, your
and so-
body has to shut down while you're asleep, so you're not acting your dreams out, and it's some weird
Chemical shuts
imbalance
down.
or
Yeah.
something going on where
It's
your
called
brain is
hemisync.
freaking out that your body's paralyzed, so it's projecting all these things that trying to wake you up, or so we're told. Who knows?
It's called
knows what the
hemisync,
case
dog.
is.
It's when both your left brain and your right brain are not vibrating, but their frequencies match up, and so it's basically the beginning stage of astral projection.
Interesting.
That's
'Cause,
you're
yeah, when
seeing
I-
with your third eye in that
when
scenario.
I get it, dude, it's this thing where like I feel like everything's shaking and vibrating, and then my bed slowly starts to lift up and tilt back like I'm gonna slide off head first.
See,
If you fall
Like
into
feet,
that
like
feeling,
feet up.
It literally,
I don't know if I believe in astral
100%.
projection.
Oh, I don't at all.
If
But I
you-
want to talk
I believe
about
in
this.
crazy
Goddamn
dreams.
hippies.
No, I want to keep but yeah. So you're tipping up. Your bed's
And
tipping back.
you feel
Pussies.
like you can feel it, dude. Like your body, like you're starting to slide off, and you just chill through it. You can start lucid dreaming and shit. It's crazy.
That's the wild method, right? Wake induced lucid dreaming,
Well,
where it's
there's-
like you go from being awake to doing it, and then there's the mild, which is I don't remember what the M stands for in mild, but that's like where
It happening pretty much.
Yeah, because wild is where like as you're falling asleep, you try to enter a lucid dream,
Right.
and then mild, I'm pretty sure, is when you wake up in the middle of the night and then you fall back asleep. Because that's where it's like the
right.
easiest to lucid dream. Because if you wake up, your body's still prepared to go back into REM sleep.
Right.
But so if you wake up for a second and you say, oh, okay, like, let's go back to sleep, but I'm holding on to my consciousness. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to hold on to my stream of thought, but just loosely enough that I can fall asleep. So that way, as you drift into the dream, you're still processing it.
Those are the ones I really remembered. The lucid dreams I really remembered was like, I would wake up like way too early, like before my alarm. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. So yeah, fuck, I'm just gonna go back to bed. And then yeah, it's such a weird feeling. You can't really describe it because it's like just being like conscious in a dream is such a strange abnormality. You're not used to it. It feels so weird.
I felt that for sure, but I don't believe in like being able to like you can fall asleep and then like wake up and see something happen and then wake up from your body and you're like, oh, I saw that happen. You know what I'm saying?
It did happen. It does happen.
Are you
The
hanging up on
CIA
the
had a
astral
full
projection?
thing about it.
I don't know if I believe it.
We can pull up
astral
Stargate.
projection
Pull
or
up
lucid
Stargate
dreaming?
right now.
Astral
Astral
projection.
projection or lucid dreaming? 'Cause
Lucid
those are-
dreaming,
Stargate.
I believe.
Yeah,
100%.
no,
Stargate
lucid dreaming
CIA.
is factual.
100%.
That's 100% factual.
No,
Astral
so-
projection is essentially a form of lucid dreaming, and so you can visualize what's going on. But they have because when they were doing clinical tests for lucid dreaming, they were like, oh damn, like this is sick. Like people really can, like, be aware in their dreams. That's so cool. And so like kind of tacked onto that, they're like, well, there's also this thing, astral projection. Let's try this out. And so they would do it where they would have like 2 separate rooms, right? So there'd be the room where the subject was falling asleep, and they'd have another room where they would have different objects or things like that, right? So they're like, okay, like, so you go to sleep and astral project, go into that other room, and then tell us like what was in there, right?
Mm-hmm. And they figured out that you can do precisely that.
Yep.
Look up Stargate. It was done by the
100%.
CIA. They would have somebody in San Francisco and somebody in New York both astral project to a specific coordinate of wherever it is on the Earth. Both people would come up with the same exact description.
Have you seen The Men Who Stare at Goats?
Yeah,
That's one
what
of my
it's about.
That's one of my
That's
favorite.
precisely what
I
it's about.
Love that movie, dude.
It is
that
about-
movie is
Oh, it's so
killer,
good.
dude.
I
it's
fucking
so
love that
much
movie,
fun.
dude.
It's like George Clooney,
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor. There's so many people in it.
So good, but I will not allow you to slander astral projection.
Hey, I'm not here to
Not
be.
on this cast.
I'm not.
Not
Yeah,
on
I'm
this
not
cast.
here to.
Fake news.
I'm not here to be like a patent like no guy, but I will say I have heavy doubts about astral
I'll tell
projection.
you what, dude. If the CIA was doing it under the noses of everybody, and then they declassified it because they were forced to, not because they wanted to, and then you look at the studies and you go, "Oh fuck, they actually did what they were attempting
Right.
to
Not
achieve."
only that,
Kind of irrefutable evidence, but
so
I feel
The
you
only,
there.
the
Not
CIA,
only
but let me
that-
put it this way.
You don't
You think
believe in the
CIA
government.
No, but yeah, I was gonna say, let me put it
You
this
don't
way.
trust the
You
government.
I don't trust the government
But you-
until they are forced to declassify their shady dealings.
They're not forced to do anything, and if they're gonna declassify it, that means it's bunk, basically, or it's outdated. Does that make sense? The
That's
CIA
cute.
will never
That's-
declassify anything that like has any relevance.
I
Does that make
believe
sense?
that, too.
They only like it has to be like 60 years past. You
They
know?
did just recently declassify the Franklin or the fucking
the Franklin scandal.
no, what's that man's name? He's got his wig pulled
JFK?
back.
Gregorius
yeah, the JFK shit,
Epstein?
and it damn near completely
Well,
involves
Trump-
the CIA.
Oh,
Trump-
for sure.
Trump
so
came
if
out
they're-
and
if they're
said we
willing
can't
to-
do it all.
If they're willing to declassify that they had something to do with killing a sitting U.S. president,
And magic is real.
Yeah, I guess in a way I understand the train of thought you take to get there, because yeah, if they're so ballsy, if they're so confident, they're like, yeah, we killed JFK. What are you gonna do about it?
Do some-
Of course,
do
they
something
would,
about
Of
it.
course, in that world, they would also say like, yeah, there's
I gotta get this-
out of
I
body
gotta get this-
experiences.
yeah,
Want to
So
know what's
I
even
understand
crazier than that, dude?
100%.
The real big astral projecting heads all say that, like, you can't go to Area 51, you can't go to the White House in that state.
they have-
Why not? Why the hell not?
But
They have
no,
entities.
here-
Psychic
no, here.
warfare, dog.
So the thing is,
they have
There's a spiritual
entities
war going
on,
out
Damon.
front.
And,
They
There
like,
is.
don't
My
even
mother, when she
realize
was
it.
There is a
23.
spiritual war going on.
she got in a collision where she was driving up to Heber, Utah. The car drifted off, and she was ejected out of the passenger window.
Who
near
is this?
death
Sorry.
experience.
And my mom.
Okay, sorry.
She had 6 skull fractures.
A NDE, a near death experience.
Yeah, 100%. And she did say that she was able to see her body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hear that a lot by people who get
That
close to dying.
100% I believe. but I don't think you could be in control of that experience happening.
I think it's extremely similar
Yeah,
states.
the
of
only
consciousness.
thing.
No. Being in a life-threatening accident and laying in your bed trying to dream are two totally different.
No,
You
they
sound
are
like
different
such a little
experiences.
kid.
I know.
No.
Let me put it this way.
Well,
Put it
they
this
are.
way.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you
I
believe
understand
that
what
you
you're
can
saying,
see
but I
your
think
body,
it's the same thing, the same state of consciousness.
Right, what's the
fundamentally,
difference?
you're correct. If you think that you can put your soul, right? If you think you can
Sure.
put your soul outside of your body and look at it, that is astral projection. So there's fundamentally no
I
difference
don't think
between
you can
that.
do it, but I think it can happen.
So let me
if
ask
it's
you
a
this.
very extreme scenario.
But
So
if it
Dave, what
can
about-
happen, then people can learn to take control of it.
Can I? Dave,
Yes,
Can I?
precisely.
Because if it can happen, then people can learn to do it. Does that make sense? Extremely hard and extreme
Let's start out like
minority.
this. Let's start out like
But-
this. In the most very basic sense, imagine me closing my eyes and viewing myself from what would be our producer's point of view.
So I believe that you could imagine a very, very near exact replication of what's happening.
Right. Now let's take it one
because
step
you have
further.
analyzed it, but I don't think that you can actually
happens when those-
create the experience that is happening that is separate from your mind.
What
You know
happens
I'm
when I
saying?
practice that
Yeah.
enough
It's
that
not
my
within range of your
analyzation
eyeballs.
of it gets better and better each time?
Say that one more time, I didn't hear.
What would happen if each time I was practicing it, my way and my ability of analyzing it and projecting it into my own mind
Then
was
your
getting better
imagination
and better and
is
better?
incredible.
Exactly. See,
Then you have a very, very high level imagination.
yeah, I attribute all of it to lucid dreaming, to be fair. But like I will say that,
If you can imagine a room that has exactly what is in the room, it's not your astral projecting. It's you. I would believe you would have a gift.
well, right. It's one
You
of
know
those.
what I'm
It's one
saying?
of those things where you can have a really clear mind's eye. Kind of like people have with memorization things. You know how they'll have like a tray of items and they'll like show it to people for like
Rain
2
Man.
seconds and they're like, how many could you remember?
But there's a
Some
difference
people
between
have like
savant.
really good
There's a
visual
difference
memory
between
you know?
savant, autism,
And your
and
standard-
actually working on your memory. And people can memorize 200 things in 30
Truly,
seconds.
yeah, for sure.
And that's different than having that mental cognition difference.
Just
See,
like
if-
astral projection is different from having a strong imagination.
Do you believe
Possibly.
Yeah.
Do you think your
I-
body?
if you believe it's
I mean,
real,
possibly.
they would be
I
different.
also don't believe anything 100%, but when I talk about stuff, I have to say the most rational opinion
Right.
in my perspective.
Right.
You know
With
what I'm
a grain
saying?
of
Occam's
salt.
razor.
100%.
But
And I say 100%. That's not what I mean.
I mean like 3 or 4. like maybe 5%.
Maybe 5%.
do you think
Yeah.
do you think our bodies have a spirit? Or
I mean
a
that's
soul?
getting to
soul?
that's if we want to drill down to fundamental questions, that'll get
All
pretty
right, we'll
dry.
have a podcast that's just fundamental questions.
A fundamental questions episode
Fundamental
would be very
podcast.
fun.
Come
Okay?
back. Does the body have a soul?
Yeah, that'd be fun because if we were going to talk about soul where there is no answer and it's just how do you feel about it? Like that's
Right,
it's fun, but it's also like kind of boring to watch. Does that make sense?
Sure thing. For the audience at home, I will tell you I have astral projected and it's real as fuck.
It's definitely
See, I want to
real.
hear the story.
I've
then.
done
So
it
tell,
too. I've done
so
it too
tell
as a
that
kid.
story. I want to hear
I will
an
exp- I will
example of
explain-
your astral projection.
I would love to
you
explain
know?
this whole thing.
Don't worry about it.
What
Special
are we talking
guest,
about?
You know? No, but so yeah, dive into your astral projection. Feed me that.
So dog, ever since I was probably
In the third
I think I
grade,
was 16
he
years
thought
old.
he was
Okay.
gay.
I was 16 years old or so when I first I was probably younger than that when I first heard the idea of astral projection. I was like, oh, that's a fucking really cool idea. And I tried the method where you lay down, you hold completely still.
Yeah.
And after a certain amount of time, your body will start to vibrate. Like
I've tried that
no
so
other.
many fucking
Have you gotten to the vibration
That's
stage?
the vibration like sleep paralysis.
You just- all you have to do-
achieve, I can't achieve the vibration.
Dude.
I've laid there, like no joke, every time I try for like an hour and a half.
Do you move?
No.
That's my-
I'll try my best. So yeah. So
You
I'll try my
cannot
absolute
move.
best.
You cannot move at all.
I get the itches though, because you know how like
But
they
that's
say
the
like
thing.
you have to fight
You
the
gotta
itch,
have to
like
fight
fight
the
the itch.
dog.
I succumb every time.
You can't, dude.
Like I'll be sitting there, and just like whatever, a random
And
part,
it almost
different
feel like
every
pain.
time.
It'll feel like
Yeah,
pain.
like
to a
different
certain
every
point.
time. It'll just like start itching, whatever, and I'm like, I know what this is. It's just like bullshit, right? It's just trying to get me to move.
Right.
So let me just like lay still, and I'll just like keep fighting it. But then I'm just sitting there thinking about the itch, and I'm not relaxing. Does that make sense?
This
Yeah,
might
and
sound
And I
crazy.
just get stuck in that cycle until I'm like, all right, I'll itch it, and then I'm out of it.
And so the thing is, while you're doing it, the trick is to visualize something while you're doing it. So like, I'll just visualize a balloon. And this was the closest I ever got before this last year when I did it.
Okay.
For years, I would just visualize a red balloon, and I would just see it whenever I inhaled. The balloon would just inflate and then deflate on the inhalations, exhalations.
Okay.
That will get you to the vibrations so fucking fast. It's because your mind is also trained on something at the same
Right.
time, rather than just like fucking thinking about all sorts of shit.
Because I've
if
tried to
you're-
visualize a flame before,
Yeah,
but
sure.
like a candle flame.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, the balloon that's pretty clutch.
It's easy because you can feel
you're
it at
breathing
the
with
same
it.
time. It's a really good visualization. But if you're just kind of mind is getting dragged to all sorts of different places, you're gonna succumb to the itch. Like
Right.
whenever something happens to that extreme, your mind isn't focused on what you're trying to do anymore. You're just kind of thinking about what happened today, what you're gonna do tomorrow. And then you're just like, oh, fuck, I'm supposed to hold still. You're not in the right mindset to get there. If you can, however, hold, say, just a balloon in your consciousness, I can get to the vibrations within like 10 minutes
Nice.
just by holding it. And it's just a form of meditation at that
Absolutely.
point,
Absolutely.
But if you hold that consciousness and you get to the vibrations point, that is, and you've never been there?
One time.
You felt the vibrations, though.
I have lucid dreamed for about 10 seconds in my life. One time I had it was a nap situation. I was just napping on the couch
Honestly,
as you do sometimes, right?
Those are the best times.
It was
dude.
like spring or fall, whatever. So it was just like that nice temperature in the house. I'm feeling super cozy. The sun was coming in. It was like evening time, maybe. Okay.
Saturday night.
I'm loving it, right? I'm just laying there taking a nap. I wake up. I'm like, oh, no worries. So I rolled over. I was on my stomach, okay? And I'm falling back asleep. And I just like started like visualizing that I was like at a skate park. And I was on a scooter, right? So I'm on a scooter, and it's just like a sweet, like, I don't know if you remember like the old Tony Hawk games, but it's like it was like an indoor skate park, right? Like a warehouse. So I'm on the scooter, and I just remember I'd go down into the bowl, and as I come up out of the bowl, I'd do like a little like 360, just like this. And as I go to land, I got so excited because I was like, holy fuck, I'm lucid dreaming.
Yeah,
and I got excited, the heart pumped, and I woke up.
Yeah.
And I was like, no! I was like, I was so close!
It's the same problem when you have the vibrations, too, is if you get, because once you feel the vibration start.
You're like, I'm going.
Exactly,
Coolest
your
thing
heart starts
Damon's
beating.
ever done in his life.
It was! No,
And it was
like,
just imaginary.
no joke. It really was. All right. And do you want to know what pisses me off the most? My younger brother, he says he lucid dreams like 4 times a week. He's like, yeah, like honestly, like kind of most of my
Fuck,
dreams,
Damon.
I'm like pretty lucid in them. And I'm like, oh, like
All
I'm
right, Shark
so
Boy
jealous,
and Lava
you
Girl,
know?
what the fuck?
And I just.
Dream.
What a bad reference.
Dude.
No,
This
but so
might
you didn't
sound
tell
crazy.
you didn't tell your lucid. Oh yeah,
This
yeah.
might sound crazy, but the times I got to the vibrating stage the easiest was when I was on Adderall. Because you got that hyper
You hold that
Really?
focus.
I was hyper
Fuck yeah.
focused.
You
and
were
I
just
could
tripping, bro.
lay
I was like, yes!
I'm going,
I'm there!
He's just grinding his teeth. I'm lucid. It's like, no, dog, you're in bed. That's crazy though. So, can you fall asleep when you're on Adderall?
That's
You can, but it's like a super light.
you know what
it's
I'm
that
saying?
beautiful symbiosis of my mind was running still, but I
You're
could concentrate
imagining.
on just laying perfectly. Shut the fuck up!
Everything's
I'm
imagining.
sick of your shit.
Truly, though, isn't it?
Shut up!
what do you mean everything's imagining? He's actually mad, I think.
Your life's just an
I'm
input
not
of data.
mad.
You know what I'm saying? You're hallucinating your whole life. You know that's
I'll be
another
a
thing.
man.
But keep going.
No.
You finished? Hey,
I want to hear McCoy's astral projection
don't get bullied by Dave. Don't get bullied by Dave.
You can't get bullied by Dave. I'm 5'6", dog.
Oh, my fucking broken nose on New Year's says.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, dude, are we still not over this?
Hey.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It just wasn't supposed to end that
That was
way.
truly the only time I have ever punched to somebody,
That's you.
other
knocked
than
me
my
out.
little brother.
You knocked me out.
McCoy knocked
Clean. I've
the
never done
shit
that
out of
before,
Dave.
dude.
It was New Year's what? Probably 2018, 2019?
Yeah.
Shit house. We come back to the stew. What were we even fighting about? You wanted me to apologize
You
for
and I
something.
started playing
So-
bodies. I'm pretty sure.
No. Andy's sitting on the
Damn, it's
couch.
been a while since I did bodies, dude.
No, I 100%.
I used to do
was
bodies
started-
with
Sam all the
Hold on,
time,
hold on.
dude.
We were
Sam-
super drunk.
I wanna
We got
hear-
back
Hey, how
from
far
a
are we
party.
in? When
here,
will it
here
cut out?
also,
About 25 minutes.
also,
So it's cut out
also.
before? Because it
Yo,
cuts
no,
out
we
every
did one
12?
reset. We did
Oh,
one
my
reset.
bad, my bad.
Done 2 resets.
Yeah.
Also, let's say at this moment, I was also taking Xanax very heavily, and I was also drinking. It was New Year's. My memory on this probably isn't the most accurate.
I remember this vividly
Alright,
because
what
I was
happened,
sober.
McCoy?
I
when
think
got
we
there.
were in the
What
hallway playing bodies at first, and it escalated.
I think
No.
That's
no,
what I
no.
remember.
We were making each other flinch,
Really?
and I got you, and you were heated,
No way.
and you wanted me to apologize,
Is that what
and I
happened?
wouldn't apologize.
I don't remember it like that. I don't remember the exact conversation that you guys were having, but I remember like Andy was sitting on the couch, and Dave was standing up, and yeah, Dave did want him to apologize. You did, so it could have been that for sure. But
And did I
it
do
was
it?
no.
Fuck no! Fuck no!
Alpha.
I've
No.
apologized, right?
Since?
In general,
You probably
If you
apologized that
haven't had,
night.
it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. And if I haven't, I'm sorry.
I feel like you
That's
did
not-
that night.
It's okay.
I had to have.
I took a video after
way.
that, and we were all in good spirits.
Well, I
so-
got knocked out after it too.
And not by me, goddammit, dude. I'm
Well,
fucking.
dude, so what happened anyway is Dave just wants Andy to apologize. Andy goes no, and then you guys start throwing fake shots at each other, and then it turns into real shots. But Andy's still sitting down. Dave is standing over him, just starts throwing punches
on this couch.
on this
In
very
that
couch,
room.
dude.
just
yeah,
beating
dude.
his ass.
And so like they start
Dude, you
throwing
broke the
punches.
shit out of my nose.
So listen. They started throwing punches at each other, and I'm sitting there. I'm just like, all right, Andy, let's see what you got, dude. Because I was like, Dave's obviously in the wrong here, but I'm just like, Andy, it's time for you to fight back, dude.
I'll let this
Andy-
play out a little.
Andy,
That's kind of fucked.
way too drunk to defend himself, dude.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and be like, Andy, why aren't you punching him?
You're like, dude, Andy, put
It
your
was like
hands
dream
up.
punches. It was like dream
It was
punches.
peanut butter
I was
punches.
100% astral projecting in this.
Dude, the one thing I do remember was literally the first punch you threw. The only thing you connected with was just my nose. It was literally straight knuckle to nose, and just
That was the opening shot. Was the break?
Damon, I'm not even kidding. I remember. I do remember that. And on
Crunch.
the wall. It was a white wall, and it looked like a Jackson Pollock beautiful painting. It was just like
Just
blood.
a splatter.
It was just like
Dave was standing over Andy like this.
Giving him the whales.
swinging so hard. And so I'm sitting there, and I watched it go on for like a good 30 seconds. I was like, all right,
why so
Andy.
long?
Well, because nothing was too fucked up yet.
Okay.
Even though he was taking some face shots, I was like,
I
Andy's
got
got
a
to
chin.
defend himself.
I got
you
a
know?
chin on me.
I'm not gonna get in this. I'm gonna let you guys do your shit. And
Well,
then,
yeah, and especially if it opened with you were saying apologize. You're like,
Yeah.
I'll let him punch him a couple times.
But after,
I don't know what's going
Hey,
on.
get that
you know?
apology, boy.
dude,
You sorry now?
I apology.
Hey, you know what? That's my bad. I won't say sorry, but that's my bad. That's on me. That's on me. I love you. I love you, buddy.
but anyway, Andy's just eating these punches.
Don't
dude.
say it like that. I was taking
Andy's
him on
getting
the
his
chin
ass
like a
kicked.
man. all
Eating
right?
is good. You ate him. You ate him, dude.
All right,
And
you're
so
right,
I'm
you're right.
sitting there just watching Andy eat these punches. I'm going, oh fuck, like he's got a fucking chin on him. And then next thing I know, I'm like, okay, like fucking Andy's not even fighting back. And then all of a sudden I see a spurt of blood hit the wall, and I was like, yo, Dave, stop. And he would not stop. So I grab Dave by his shoulders, throw him on the ground. And he immediately like tries to spring up off the ground, and he's got murder in his eyes, and
Pissed.
it's directed towards me now.
Yep.
And so I was like, "Fuck, dude," and I just cocked back and fucking knocked him out, dude.
With a one hitter, dude?
That's the
Just
only
Just like,
punch.
did you hit him like right in the jaw or
yeah,
something?
yeah. It's the only punch I've ever thrown out of, and I wasn't even angry. You know, I was just like,
Calm
it was
down, like a
kinda
calm down
self-defense.
shot.
it was kind of self-defense because I was like, fuck, he's gonna come after me. I better put this man down as fast as I can.
Well, he
the
was
night I
wild
lost
in, and he
that
already
lean.
knocked out Andy. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one. I'm the only sober
He
person
was
awake
conscious.
here.
he
Like-
was conscious. But I punched Dave, and
slander.
Sam was sitting in the next chair, and he goes, "Whoa, dude," as if I did the worst thing ever.
Whoa,
He
dude!
saw me
I
get my
punched Dave hard
shit
as
kicked
fuck.
in for 15
I
minutes.
literally though.
I
he
know,
hits him
dude.
once. Oh, come on,
That's
man.
over the line.
Right.
Like-
But dude, Dave did hit the ground like a sack of potatoes, and he was
was
like,
bad.
"Whoa, bro!" And I'm just like, "Fucking, what do you want me to do?"
What am I
dude?
supposed to do?
Well, what's the move? And also, I saw red though. Like once I saw the blood hit the wall, I was like, if
You
you
literally
can't,
saw
I was like,
red.
you have to stop punching my friend right
Yeah.
now. I don't care who
Yeah.
you are. And it was just like instinctual. Threw you on the ground. Saw you wanted to fucking. I thought you were gonna be done, but you had the bar in your eyes, dude. It was anger, and I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, because
Dude,
I mean,
I was-
that's so common. Like it, you know, in any sort of like.
That's not a very common
No,
situation.
no,
No,
but
I'm not
like-
saying.
cut this?
I'm not saying necessarily. I'm not saying necessarily amongst friends, but I'm saying in general. Like when a fight goes down, a lot of the time, if it's just 2
You're in
people that are
murder
fighting,
mode.
most people, well, and most people as well, they'll be like, "I'll let it go," because if you're
both
just
parties
punching,
agree to fight, do your thing.
if both parties
Right.
are just punching each other, it is what it is. But once one party like clearly has like either lost the fight or is like, you know, really losing the fight, it's like, okay, now it's time to
Right,
hop off.
right.
Yeah.
And if that aggressor that's already won the fight is not ready to give up steam, then it's like, okay, someone else is jumping in now.
You gotta lose
because
that
you already
fight,
beat that
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So it's like now you got to fight someone else who can still fight. If you have
Yeah,
juice
yeah.
left, this guy is juice.
Did you know?
Like,
I'm
One
pretty
thing I'll
sure.
say-
I'm pretty sure Utah's a mutual combat law state,
Fuck yeah,
where
dude.
like if 2 people agree to fight, the cops literally have to stand aside and let them fight.
What?
I
you may be
fucking
right. I
love
know that exists.
I mean, I know Florida
I love
is. I know
Utah so fucking much.
Montana is.
It's not like with knives. You can't. It's not like you can have a
Right.
gun duel. Well, I agreed to it. Like it's fisticuffs. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's this.
Yeah, dude. But I will say, dog, I've never had my consciousness change more than when I saw blood hit the wall. I was like, oh fuck, something has to be done right now. And I just it wasn't even me almost at that point. And I was completely sober. I hadn't drank and anything.
Really?
I was just
Well, that's
I hadn't even
adrenaline,
started
the fight or
drinking.
flight. You know.
Yeah, I was just like fucking blood hit the wall. And it was
Your
it was
Navy
like a
SEAL
fucking
training
movie,
kicked
dude.
in.
Like there was a splat of blood hit the wall. He got you good, Andy, and your face must have whipped around and you just
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
all over the wall. And I was just like, blood on the wall? Ah.
On the wall.
So Utah's not mutual combat state, but
Brutal.
we should
Yeah.
talk to our governor
I
about
retired.
that.
from
Spencer Cox.
We need to vote somebody in.
Spencer, come on, bud. You know, let's figure this
Spence, listen.
out. Yeah. Get your shit together.
Oh, but yeah, I was Snapchatting Chloe Ford the next day, and she's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck happened to your face?" I was like, "Yeah, I got in a pretty bad fight on New Year's.
I was kind of the hero.
We fucked each other up pretty bad, you know."
You should see the other guy.
She was
The other guy got knocked
she was
out.
like, "Oh my god, who was it?" I was like, "David Martin." She didn't respond. I was like, "Fuck." She
No
thinks I'm
way.
She's like, oh, Dave kicked your ass? Oh.
No way.
I didn't know you were like that, you know? No, I was sitting down.
No, see, I had drinking more than them, and then McCoy was there. McCoy hadn't drank at all.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't like that story.
I love it, dude.
I think it's a
great
good
story.
one, dude.
It's just,
I feel like we
you
learned
won the
some
fight.
shit.
I know.
You know, so you don't look bad. I mean, you know,
I
you
have
were
a-
drunk
I
and
think
you
I look
were,
pretty bad.
you know, out of your mind.
I have a really funny.
But you won, you know?
I have a really funny video from that night. It's just Dave going. He goes,
I think
my
you broke
jaw
my
hurts,
jaw."
and then he goes, Happy New Year's.
Let's get fucking
Look at me.
God damn, my jaw hurts. Happy New Year.
We'll try and edit that in because that video's
Oh, I'll send it to you.
If you
It's
have
on-
it, we'll put
It's
it
on
in.
my Snapchat, bro. I'm not gonna pull it up, but
No, yeah.
it would take forever. But yeah,
Dude, I was
so funny.
I was in church the next day, and I had woken up late, gone to church with my mama, and she just turns and looks at me, dude, like, oh my god.
Did you have it like taped up or something? Like
No,
what
it was bulbous though, dude. It was like fucking white and purple and shit. And we get home, dude. She goes. It's not like that. It's not like that.
Had you already like was it like out of line? Because I mean, your nose looks not. You know what I'm saying?
It looks
It looks
beautiful.
like your nose has never been broken.
I've
So
taken-
did you line it up at the time?
I've taken so many fucking footballs, soccer balls, Dodgeballs.
Ball balls.
Testicles.
Dick and nuts.
Marble-sized testicles.
My nose.
Orbs.
Unreal. But she was like, what the hell happened? She thought I got mugged or some shit. I was like, I got in a fight last night, and she starts freaking out. She's like, how the hell did that even happen? I go, well, we were both real drunk, and she just looks at me, dude, and is like, starts crying, dude.
Mom heartbreak.
And something
dude.
about mama's heartbreak, dude.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I heard
She's
your
just
family
so-
feelings.
She's more. Well, no, but what you have
Bad
to
guy,
realize-
bad guy, bad
Dave's
guy.
not invited
No,
to the barbecue.
what you have to realize though, she was more upset about the drinking than him getting his ass
sure.
kicked.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you were
He
drinking.
was drinking.
You know.
For sure, dog.
This is what happens.
Sorry, Mama Phelps. I might edit that whole thing out.
Let's keep
Nah,
let's
that
keep
was
a
good.
strict.
That was a good
We'll keep
one.
a strict first name policy here on this show.
Yeah, or just like first.
burn your house down and got a strict first name policy.
Well, dude, but that night, dude, it took me
For real.
It took me a full half hour to convince these other guys not to try to fight Bones. I was like, dude, trust me, you will not fucking come out of this
and
in one piece.
who's that one girl? Oh,
They
fuck.
would not listen to me. And these kids look like pussies
Dude,
too.
one of them was tall, but the other ones were fucking idiot. Idiots. Who is that girl they were
He
with?
drops the tone after the clear.
So
those are
dude, but
idiots.
one
Idiots,
kid was
you know?
holding a beer.
No, who's that fucking girl?
I don't know. Don't worry about it. Call her
The beer
Jane.
bottle I ripped out of his fucking hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about, dude. We don't gotta say the name though.
Exactly.
Okay, I
we
won't say the
know.
name, but yeah, her boyfriend, like, in each other's face, and I see
He
this
keeps
guy.
saying it.
Shut the fuck up! All right. I see him fucking sneak behind with the Corona bottle behind his back, and he's about to smash our dog on the head with it. So I just fucking rip it out of his hand and throw it in the street. I go, guy, what are you doing? And he just looks at me like, whoa, what?
Really, he was just
Kinda
gonna
hurt
straight
my
up
friend.
conk someone with a glass bottle.
Bonk.
I'll tell you
But
what,
then he
dude.
didn't even overreact when you took it from him.
No.
That's pretty wackadoodle.
Well, he probably
Well, I mean,
he
if
knew
there's a
he
fight
knew what he
going
was
on-
doing, and
If
somebody
there's a
called
fight
him out.
going on and you whack someone with a bottle,
Here's the other thing.
that
It
was
like,
very casual.
it
It's
was-
not like movies. In movies, when bottles break
A
on people's
bottle's
heads,
fucked,
that's
dude.
sugar
Oh,
glass.
yeah.
Bottles do not break
They-
on
A bottle
people's
is
heads.
fucked.
it's
dude.
so hard to
The
break a
head
bottle on
breaks
someone's
first.
head.
Like
Dude, my
for
brother,
sure.
my brother stopped a mugging in L.A.
Yeah,
with
if you
a
try to
40.
kill him, like, what are you saying? At a party, if you're fighting and you try to hit someone with a
What
bottle,
time are we at?
I
like
agree.
that's fucked up. You know,
yeah, you're right.
Right.
fighting for your life is entirely different.
You're right.
I agree. When
Like-
it's
Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's just fisticuffs,
Yeah, if it's just like beef
Let it
that's
happen.
escalated, that's so different from like I am in danger.
right. The second
I mean,
someone
you're in
pulls out
danger,
a
but,
knife
like,
or
you
some
know.
shit, I hate those stories where it's like some shit starts going down at a bar, a guy gets in a fight, punches him once, guy goes down, cracks his head open and fucking dies. Dude's in jail
Yeah.
for the rest of his life.
And that's why I just avoid it. Not
too.
because, well, also
Well,
because
no.
I would lose, but like, you know what I'm saying? But it's also like just in the back of my mind that chance, you
Well,
know?
and in reality, it's like,
Keep
what are
telling
you
yourself
fighting
that.
over? Ego?
I said I would lose.
I know.
it's like, what are you fighting for?
The
You know,
only
it's
honorable
always the
thing-
most ridiculous shit ever.
the only
Stop talking over
honorable
me, you
thing.
fucking idiot.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Jeez, Louise.
Jeez,
Fighting is for the insecure, though.
Louise.
I agree.
Fighting is for the insecure, man.
And
you
the
are a pussy if you
ineloquent.
want to start fights. Like that's
Yeah.
Like, what are you
Unless-
trying to prove? Well, yeah, it's insecure. Like, if you like have to
I
have
can
outward
physically-
validation, oh, I could beat you up, dude. It's like, okay, dog.
Yeah,
you know,
truly.
take a breath.
truly.
Like,
Until you start talking about my mama, I think that's the only time that words would cause me to fight.
You know,
Not,
Like if
not if
someone
it was
was-
some, not if
Yo,
it was
mama,
someone
so-
random
I
who
was
was like,
I've said some things about your mom.
Yeah.
"Did you hear that, Allison?
no. She's
You
not
gonna let him
watching.
talk to you like
She's
that?
not watching.
Dave's
You're a
bad
very-
guy once
You're a
again.
very
You'd be
beautiful
surprised.
woman with the heavies.
Anyway,
Dude,
anyway,
don't
let us-
talk about my mom's breasts.
turn that shit down.
No, they're not, dude. She breastfed for 15 years straight. There's nothing there.
That's trooper.
That's a true stat.
You
15 years
sucked the
straight.
titty out of her, dude.
Damn.
I was like,
Yeah, you were like, well, I'll just hold off on starting this back up. We're not going to talk about Andy's mom nursing for 30 years. All right. We're going to leave that
Hey.
out of the pod, okay?
Did you turn it off or is it rolling?
It's rolling for
That's
sure.
what you come here for, folks.
Andy's mom's tits.
Andy's mom's tits, or lack thereof.
Hey,
Hey, he just
Shout
said
out Allison.
Yeah, he just said he'd fight over this. I'm not even going to bring up her delicious mommy milkers, all right?
They were, dude. This man sucked them dry, dude.
Jesus Christ,
Fuck, dude. Hey, Bo, let me
years.
segue this back into our original conversation, dude, because you did want to hear my astral projection
I
story.
did want to
We
hear
did.
your story.
And I'm super down to tell it, dude.
Lay it on me. Lay it on me.
So anyway, like I was saying, I had been trying to do this since I was 16 years old, and I had gotten to the vibration stage so many times, but it's just that thing. Once you get there, you're all excited and your heart starts beating. All you can hear is your heart in your fucking ears, and you're just like, oh, I'm so close. Oh, you get excited and you snap out of it so fast.
Yeah,
So close.
it's
dude.
true. It's true. All right.
So close, dude.
I'm just vibrating and vibrating.
What
and
are
I'm
we talking about
excited,
again?
you know?
What are we talking about again?
It's
Astral projection.
McCoy on Adderall in his base. Oh, I'm so close.
Just sitting on a Sibian,
You know
you know?
Adderall.
Did you know there's people who can fucking come without touching themselves?
Me.
That is, well,
Okay,
Not really,
astral
but-
projection.
Not really, but anyway, dude. So, but I had been in this same exact scenario so many times, but one day, this is like probably June of 2022, I
Last
laid
year?
down. Yeah, I laid down on my couch and I mentally, and that's the thing too, is you got to mentally make a note. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm not
You gotta
trying.
yeah,
set
the
some
repetition.
intention.
Yeah. You're
I'm
like,
like-
I will astral project.
I don't
or
want
I
to take
will
a nap.
lucid
You
dream.
know, I'm here to do.
You're setting
this
an
specific
intention.
thing. Setting
Right.
an intention. That's
Yeah.
the word. And so, boom. All of a sudden, the vibrations start, and it took me probably about 20 minutes of just laying. I'm laying on my side, completely still, just trying to get this feeling to come over me, and eventually, I feel the vibrations start coming on. Fuck you, Andy. I feel the vibrations, dude. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna fucking do this. It just like, and it's so hard to explain, but it's also like if you've ever done DMT, there's this frequency that you hear, and it just is a never-ending pitch upwards. It keeps going higher, and just when you think you've heard the highest note, boom, there's fucking a million more notes higher than that. But I'm sitting there, and it comes in waves, right? And so I get all the way up to the top. I'm just like, oh, I'm so fucking close. I can get out of my body right now. Fuck you, dude.
Oh, I'm so close, babe.
It's so hard to.
no, but yeah, you're about to
He
see.
just
Yeah,
has
you're
a
like,
vibrator on his
sorry,
clit.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
really
like,
am sorry, 'cause I
There's no
really
chance.
am.
There's no chance I'm going to be able to do this without jokes, dude. But
Yeah, but so you're about to open up.
about to get there. About.
I'm in
I
on
went through
this.
I went through this probably about 40 times, and so it took me 20 minutes to get the vibrations originally, and then it was 40 minutes.
40 minutes.
God damn it!
40 minutes. It's coming in waves. You're almost there. You know?
It takes 40 minutes to bust your nut.
I'm so sorry.
You're like, I'm so close for 40 minutes, dude.
His
Yeah,
arms just
40
fucking
minute edge.
cramping.
Firmer grip than ever before.
Dude, he's just full strength choking it.
The tip is purple.
All right, cut the feed to the middle too. Keep going.
All right.
But so it was literally 40 repetitions of just fucking.
Come on.
I got so close. 40 times in a row, dude. And then on like literally the 40th, I'm fucking.
Move on. Go to the next part of the story.
That's the problem. It's like,
Get your ass.
come back to the pod, Dave.
Keep it moving. So you start projecting or you don't.
On the 40th, dude, I'm so fucking close. Dude.
Okay.
and then it literally it's just this. You're at the fucking top of the wavelength, right? The waves are fucking going. You're at the very top, and then all of a sudden, after with the 40 previous ones, I had gotten too excited.
Stop laughing.
I'd gotten
Yes.
too excited.
Yeah. After 40, I get excited.
And then by the 40th, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking let go. And that's a real big thing too with psychedelics, is to just let go and
Right.
to not try to hold on anymore. The second I let go, it felt like the most natural thing ever. Next thing I know, I am right next to my body, and I'm just like, holy fuck, I've done it. I've finally done it after 8 years of trying to do this. And the trick is to just fucking not try to do it. As weird as it sounds, it's just to let go.
No, I actually
Yeah.
do remember you
It's-
telling me like you did it, and I 100% do believe you.
And so the thing is, I don't have an imagination like that. I can't perfectly imagine what my area is, especially with my eyes are closed. Came out, looked at my body on the bed or on the couch, and I was like, holy fuck, I have finally done this. And then I started, and the weird thing is you can kind of feel your body at the same time as your consciousness is in a different place. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get excited. Like, I'm gonna just try to explore my basement. And so I just started floating around, and it's so hard to do because it's all willpower. It's not like a dream. In a dream, you can just do things immediately, and you don't even have to think
Or
about
things
it.
are just happening.
It's just like moving your body. You don't even really have to think about it. When you're shut up. When you're fucking in that situation, you have to will yourself to move. And that's why I believe it's a different form of consciousness than a lucid dream in a sense, is because it was incredibly hard for me to will myself around the basement. And it literally felt like, and I could feel like vertigo too. Like I could feel like it was almost like if you removed your head and it was floating around the room. And
You're like, there's no balance. You're just like bobbling.
yeah, I didn't really know how to control it. It was the first time I'd ever done this shit. Like I'm saying, completely different than any other dream I've ever had. Likewise,
Have you
before-
been lucid?
Yes, it happened like a month before this as well. But I was in the middle of a dream,
up the
and
definition of lucid?
and I looked over at my brother, and I was like, "Holy fuck, dude, we're both lucid dreaming right now." And he's like, "No, we're not," because he's just a construct in my mind. But I was just like, "Oh my god, like I'm lucid right now, and I know I'm dreaming." And then I just different area, like in a completely different place. I'm like, "Holy shit, I've fucking done it." And I've been trying to do that as well for 8-9 years.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, it's a completely different thing because I was conscious the entire time, was riding those waves in my body, got to the peak of a wave, and then popped out and looked back at myself. And it is wild to look at yourself from a third person point of view. To look at a scenario and not be the person. Because like I'm looking at me, but that's not me. I'm me. But
Right,
what am
and
I?
it's not like a mirror where you're looking back and the actions are
Exactly.
mirrored.
Exactly.
Well,
You know?
one time I was actually first before I say that, dude. I'm gonna start referring to my asshole as the basement.
You were
I just started
exploring your
exploring my
basement.
basement.
I started exploring the basement.
See, I didn't even
always in
pick
the
up on that,
basement.
but that's great.
Dude, that's what I started smiling. Just go, shut up. But
I was exploring
Thank
my
God I told
basement.
you to shut up. God, you child.
I was at a wedding once, and I was at, is it fondue?
A
fountain?
cheese fountain?
Yeah. I was
dog.
getting some fondue, and I was walking back, and I turned around, and I start walking, and I noticed this guy, and I'm just kind of walking, and he's walking towards me, and I'm like, this guy looks like a fucking douchebag. What the hell is this guy's problem?
You started getting close.
Keep getting close. I was like, oh shit, that's me in a mirror. What the fuck?
You're lying.
Swear to God.
And this was while you're awake.
because it was
This is a
wedding, because it was like a wall that was like a
conscious
whole
experience.
That
mirror.
makes sense.
Crazy, dude, craziest feeling. That shit was nuts.
That's funny as fuck. That is very funny.
Damn. That's wild, you know what I'm saying? To not like realize it's a mirror and see yourself and you're like, what an asshole.
That's like a dog. That's
literally
like
my
when a
first
dog
thought.
starts barking at itself in a mirror. It's like,
Literally,
"Oh,
though,
fuck
my
you up."
first thought was like, this guy's a fucking douchebag.
And I hate his outfit.
Look at his cheap ass suit. Oh,
That's so
now I'm sad.
That bites, dude. That bites.
Hey, dude,
That
I think
do
you
be
dressed very
biting.
great.
Oh, thanks. I'm getting better, dude. For a while, my here's what I've come to realize. I used to think fashion was
Important.
no. I'm trying to think of a nicer word to use. I used to think fashion was really lame until I realized that it's kind of just a game.
Yeah.
And it's a game you can only play until you're like late 30s. Because after then, no one really gives a fuck.
There's no fresh fucking 50-year-olds.
Well,
like,
here's the
I
thing.
mean, there is.
There's no
There is,
50-year-old.
but
Yeah,
There's no
I will say
50-year-old.
I feel like
Willem Dafoe. That's all I'm gonna say.
We're
Willem
talking,
Dafoe.
but we're talking more about swagger, about how you carry yourself
Look at
than
Willem
what
Dafoe.
you're wearing.
Willem
What's
Dafoe.
that
Yeah,
guy's
yeah,
That
yeah.
guy's got such
He's in
steez.
Jurassic Park and he's in
Chris
Thor
Pratt?
Ragnarok.
Because you could wear the coolest
Talking about
shit.
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum's a looker, dude. I mean, come on. There's no two ways about it, you know?
But you could wear the coolest shit and still look like a total
Because here's the thing.
dork.
And most do.
It's about
There's never been
It's
a
about how you
40.
wear it.
Most people in designer, losers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that goes along with what I was saying. There's never been a 50-year-old with a band on his shirt where I care to go like, I'm gonna look that band up. I bet they're really good. But I see some like 20-something-year-old with the band shirt. I was like, oh, I'm looking that shit up. I bet they're good.
For me, I would say it's the opposite. Because I feel like someone who is 50 is less likely to wear a band shirt for clout and more likely to just wear it because they like
that's
the
because
band.
you're a baby boomer at heart. But
More than just at heart.
But-
you know, a little
but-
more
I
than
feel
just
you.
at
That's
heart.
where I'm at, though.
I realize-
wear this cool shit, this cool band shirt right here that you can see. Mono
Dope as
Lord,
fuck.
fucking sick as fuck band, dude. It's because I like him, dude, not just because other people like him.
And see, I used to be kind of a gatekeeper when it came to thrift stores. Because when I was younger, like, my family's so big and we grew up so fucking poor that we like had to go to thrift stores to get clothes.
Right.
And then like around middle school, early high school, a bunch of people started going to thrift stores for their clothes. And like, oh my
Macklemore.
God, look. Yeah, right, exactly.
Hipster
I was like,
losers,
fuck
dude.
you guys. I used to have to like actually have to do this.
This was my life.
And then I realized like that was kind of my philosophy with fashion was like any douchebag, 200, 300 douchebags all have the same Gucci shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But my fucking Chud shirt or my fucking
was
Toxic
gonna
Avenger
say, dude.
t-shirt, no one else has that
the
t-shirt.
chud
but
I would
goes
say-
so
I would say
fucking
that-
hard.
wait
You
till
still got
next week.
that?
Wait till next
Wear
week.
the
I'm gonna
chud,
wear
dog.
it.
There's a difference between style and fashion, and to be fashionable, all you have to do is buy the
What's new?
the newest.
Oh,
hottest
Yeah,
thing.
dude.
fashionable
But-
is
Right.
like an insult.
Great.
But
If you
to
ca-
be
ever call me
stylish,
fashionable,
you can be
dude,
stylish in Walmart clothes. But if you're
Right,
wearing it
right.
the right way and you're carrying yourself in a certain way, you're gonna be like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I'm going to Walmart and I'm buying that."
I
Like
never
how
thought
Andy
about that.
rocks
I
Champ-
the
like
like
that.
just like Champion, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
It used to be just a low brand cheap thing, and then someone started wearing it, and someone was like, "That person's cool. The way he's wearing that is badass. I'm gonna go to fucking Walmart and get me a $6 Champion shirt."
That's one of the things I fucking love about black people. I saw these black people in In-N-Out the other day, dude, wearing fucking shower caps. And I was like, dude,
You
That's
thought
fresh
was-
as
I could
fuck.
never walk out of the
Right.
house in a shower cap, but they make it look so fucking
funny.
good. I was like, damn, I wish I could do that shit.
I would say most of my role models growing up were probably black male icons.
Right, right.
For sure.
But it's like, dude, they'll wear some of the craziest shit and just have so much confidence in it. It's
Yeah.
hard not to be like, damn, bro.
and that's the point I was trying to make. Is it's not what you're wearing, but it's how you wear it
Right,
and how you
right.
like carry yourself.
Ooh, I was thinking about this too. About, isn't it weird how like if I'm walking down the street chewing gum, I feel more confident?
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
I feel like that's
if I'm
kind
like
of a natural thing.
yeah,
dog.
if I'm like chomping on gum, my arms start swinging a little more, and
Well,
I feel a
it's,
little more
hey, no.
confident.
The head
thought-
Am I
cow
onto
is always
something?
eating. The head cow is always eating.
Hey, there
so
we
that's
go.
what it is. If you're always
Boys
munching on
hoes!
cud, you feel like the head cow.
The only
you know?
people I usually see chewing gum, like, actively
Are girls?
and gay people.
Let's go, baby!
Girls and gays like
the
gum.
rumor's coming back.
Damn, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I chomp gum, dude.
You do chomp gum too,
I
huh?
chomp the shit out of gum. But
I
that's
have
also
seen him
because like
chomping gum.
that's just because like I have like
An oral fixation.
yeah. I mean it's because like I'll come clean about it. I vape. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so it's like for me,
It's what
it's
it
just
is.
like it helps me go longer between hits where I'm just like kind of keeps my mouth going, and I love blowing the little bubbles and popping
I
them.
would
You
say
know?
Yeah,
if I was chewing gum, it would probably help me not vape right now. I agree with that for sure.
It kind of just helps. I mean, obviously, it's not like, oh, you can just chew gum and quit, because that's totally false. But at least it helps me just like, I don't want to say it's like it helps with my anxiety, but just like that anxiety that comes with being addicted to nicotine.
It's a huge part of it.
It helps to push it out a little.
It's
you know?
a huge part of it. It's just doing like, and I've had this ever since I was a young kid. I would just fucking chew on fucking anything, dude.
Water bottle
just to have
caps.
something in my mouth,
Fucking
and I
munch 'em.
agree with you. It does make you kind of a little more confident.
Yeah, I
it's
don't know
because
what it is.
it's kind of like your subconscious
shit.
is distracted on something else,
Right.
and
And
so
it's
and you're like,
repetitive.
it's repetitive. It's kind of almost a meditative
Right.
thing, and
Is
then
that
you're
why
just
we
fucking.
vape? Is because it helps
I think
us
so.
Damon-
calm?
Well,
Damon-
vaping is purely to be honest. That's a
Addiction.
nicotine. That's an addiction thing. Addictions are separate
But-
But
because
it is also.
But
it's
if you're
at the
overusing
same
you would
time
it,
start
an
you would
oral
maybe
fixation.
start
I'm
vaping
saying.
due to that.
That's what I was
but then
saying.
obviously once the nicotine takes over, there's nothing you can do. But yeah, like I hadn't ever thought of that angle where you're because yeah, you're right. Like the chewing gum and things like that, a lot of that is handled kind of by your subconscious mind, which is the
Flow state.
the voice that you don't necessarily hear, but that is like, you know, saying things to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like it's
you
kind of
kinda
like
block it out.
filtering. It's filtering how you're viewing the world. So having that busy, then you're like you don't have that in the back of your
You're
head being
already
like, oh,
doing
am I
something.
weird right now? Am I
Right.
are people
Right.
looking at me? You're just like walking around. You're like, yeah, I have a big old dick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like that's a good way to think
Truly,
about it.
truly.
I hadn't
And I
connected
think-
that dot.
I think that's what it is for the most part, man, is just silencing that subconscious a little bit, like however much you can. And I was at this, let's see, this was in 2019. Salt Lake City had the first ever psychedelic symposium. We
Really?
had Dr. James Fadiman, the lead researcher of MDMA psychotherapy, came down, and dude, this shit was
Do
crazy.
you know when roughly when this was?
2019 summer, probably
Oh,
like
very
July,
very recent, really.
right before the pandemic.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, so I went there. I saw this shit. Oh, so fucking crazy how I even found this shit. I went to this coffee shop with my grandma and my cousin, and before we sat down, I just grabbed this what's it called?
Like a
Slug.
brochure. Oh,
Slug,
the
dude.
slugs. Yeah,
I grabbed
yeah,
the slug,
yeah. Salt
dude.
Lake Underground.
And then the whole first, and I did it out of instinct. Like I still kind of do that. If I see a free fucking paper, I'm just like, hey, what's going on here?
Hell yeah.
I should do
Free
that more.
zine,
Yeah,
especially
that-
slug.
I do that too.
Slugs are
Yeah,
good.
dog.
Anything
But so-
free, I'm down.
I grab this newspaper and I sit down and I don't even look at the front cover page. I just start flipping through it, and I'm just sitting there like talking to my grandma and my cousin, and then I close the thing. We're waiting for our food, and then I see on the cover it says Salt Lake City Psychedelic Symposium. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You're like,
Hold
time
on.
out.
yeah, I'm like,
on.
Salt Lake City is doing this.
Hold on,
you know,
you
like
should have said it like
Utah.
You're like the Salt Lake City.
the place fucking all the Mormons
Mormons?
live.
The
dog.
LDS Salt Lake City.
You gotta say it like this.
Salt Lake City Psychedelic Symposiums.
All right.
That's how I heard it in my head when he said it.
I'll give you a
No, I
sympathetic
like
chuckle.
City
I love that. I
Psychedelic
love that.
Symposiums.
I love a
Anyway,
whistle between.
back to my important story.
Sorry to keep cutting.
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. I look at this and I'm like, holy fuck, the Salt Lake City Psychedelic Symposium. What the fuck is going on here? And I ended up just looking it up online, and the tickets were like $250 for one person.
It says Mormon psychedelic.
Yeah, you're not looking at the right thing, my guy.
Well, yeah, this is just some third-party website
Right.
mocking Salt Lake City, so they can go fuck themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look up 2019. It was put on by Scepter, that company up in the top middle.
Scepter.
They're Salt Lake City's psychedelic therapy resource. I don't know what their thing stands for, but
That would make sense. Actually, that would fit the letters.
it wasn't 2020. It might have been.
Well, maybe it was like the very beginning.
January 2020.
But yeah, the pandemic hadn't hit yet. There was snow on the ground though.
The pandy didn't hit
Yeah,
till,
January
like,
No, yeah,
2020. That was
Pandy didn't-
before.
Pandy-
Yeah,
Pandy didn't go till
yeah.
March.
February.
Yep, that was it, dude.
I could be wrong. I thought it
So-
was March.
So, but I dug deep, dude. I saved and I fucking bought a ticket because I've always been kind of a nerd about how psychedelics can improve people's lives. And
There's
how
a
it's-
lot of new research coming out about them.
Yeah, and so I was just like, oh, this is going to be really cool. I went there, dude, and I was the youngest person there by far. It was a room full of old ass heads. Dude.
That's hype, though.
60 to 8, not 80, but like it was
you
probably like
imagine?
30 to 60-year-olds, and there was a good 500 people there.
Some fucking 80-year-old just off the loose.
I got a picture with that guy right there. Oh, you know what, dude?
What?
It just barely fucking came up because today's the 18th. Like, you
yeah.
know how you
Oh,
go
you
through
just saw your
your
snap memories for it?
Yeah, that's funny as
I
shit.
say you just sent it to me.
So wait, let's see. Yeah, James
Yeah,
Fadman. That's who
today.
you were talking about. James
Holy
Fatty Man.
shit, dude. Yeah, look.
Fetterman?
That's a fun ass last name, Fatty Man.
Dude,
Fadiman. Fatty
You guys
Man.
know
This
about
geeked
Fetterman?
out photo I got with
That's
the man.
sick.
You would think.
No,
What a
Fat D
legend.
with a D.
Look,
Fat
tell me
D
that's
Man.
tell me that's not the
Okay.
same dude in that picture.
Dude,
right
he's just
there, dog.
tripping balls.
His pupils are this big. He just
I'm
has
cheesing
black
hard.
discs for eyes.
He must have been younger in that picture because he's white as
Oh,
hell.
he would
in
put
this.
up a good pic for the online, you know.
Yeah, dude. But anyway, man, it was fucking incredible. And one of the main things that the people were pushing was, anytime we have a break, go talk to all these people because this is illegal. Like you have to find your own community here to make it bigger.
Meet the
And-
plug.
Truly. And so I went out and I just started talking to people, and I ended up getting in contact with like more than 5 people who do regular sessions with a bunch of people. Like they get people together, and one of the guys, this is the point I was trying to make. one of the guys told me, he's like, the best way you can do mushrooms is to do it in a group of people and take your mushrooms and dip them in a bunch of honey and just sit there and chew them. Don't swallow them, but chew them and just like sit there and chew them. And he goes, like, you will enter a meditative consciousness as the psilocybin's like entering into your mouth, and that's the best way to start a trip.
I would imagine honey. I mean, honey's just great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Honey,
If you're just sitting there sucking on honey,
I
you're
would
gonna have a
love
good time no
dude.
matter
I would
what.
love to. All right, dude. Well, I was just
Wait, let me hit this.
hold
Well,
up.
you can start it, but I'm gonna hit this.
I was just fucking enlightened, dude. Rick Rubin got me good. Rick Rubin got me good.
Rick Rubin's the man. He just dropped a audiobook of the creative act, a way of being, and it's unreal. He's a producer from way back in the day. I don't know exactly when he started, but he was around when hip hop was being created.
Beastie Boys.
And he helped produce the Beastie Boys. He created Def Jam Records. He's produced for just about everybody. Adele, Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, the Beastie Boys. All of them.
Rick Rubin taught me transcendental meditation.
So he's like the engineer. He's making all the music to it and shit.
No, he doesn't know how to play an instrument, and he doesn't know how to use an audio board.
But he like sings, right?
No.
Doesn't sing. Doesn't engineer. What does he do?
He's kind of like a creative.
Dude, what if that's fucking Gregorius?
Oh.
I could see that, honestly.
Gregorius Rubin.
I don't know what exactly made me think of it, but before the break when we were talking about whatever the fuck we were talking about, it made me think.
Break for them.
Oh, fuck
But
'em.
there was for us. I took a break.
For some reason, whatever we were talking about.
Get back to work.
I'm still on a break.
You're eating a banana like a monkey over there,
You like
dude.
that? I like bananas. They're really good for you. I was just doing it away from the mic out of respect.
What is it you like about
monkeys,
'em?
Monkeys don't get cramps.
Ever.
Well, potassium. They be eating bananas.
Does potassium prevent cramps of all kinds?
Yeah, monkeys don't get cramps.
Yeah, it's same with
Damn.
mustard. If you're
Well,
having
I
a cramp
heard-
and you eat a packet of mustard, it'll help it.
I heard if you drink pickle juice, it helps.
Really?
Yeah.
It
Everyone's
does.
got their own answer.
Gibbs
Whoa,
will
turn
swear by the
mic.
pickled juices.
It was weird.
Electrolytes. It's all that
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
salt in it.
Yeah, dude. Sodium for days.
Damon, you would know the answer
please
to
play
this.
Please play this video. Look it
There's
up
no
on
video,
YouTube.
It's a,
Let's watch this. This is why monkeys don't get cramps.
This is
They
why.
eat bananas.
Okay.
How you feel today? Oh, feeling good.
What happened?
Damn it, Andy.
What happened?
Just clap.
Just a cramp?
Oh, just clap.
You told me what can you eat to help you make you feel better?
Bananas.
Why bananas?
Monkeys never clap.
Never cramp.
Monkey never clap.
this would kill you.
Because a monkey every day bananas.
So how many did you have today?
3 hours.
Yeah, it does the monkey.
No more cramp for you.
I need 3 banana because monkey never claps.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very much. Are you?
damn. I
Does
eat
Canada
banana
have a
every
fucking
day.
baseball team?
Bananas are great, dude.
I think, yeah.
Oh,
Duh.
fuck 'em.
Everyone-
I don't like that they have an
The
NBA
only
team
sport, the only
Really?
sport Canada plays is hockey, my guy.
either. Pretty much.
It's just frozen
Have you
lakes
Have
over
you ever been
there,
to a
dude.
hockey game?
No, I'd
Dude,
love
hockey
to.
games go
I
hard.
would
Hockey
fucking
games are
love to,
nuts.
dude.
All right, fuck you guys. I'm gonna talk about it. What I was saying is, I don't know why that reminded me of it, but like, one of my favorite things is like, you know, when you're drawing or like you're snowboarding and you're going through the trees.
Flow state.
Yeah, and you're not really thinking about what you're doing it. You're just kind of doing it, and your mind shuts off. That's one of the greatest feelings in the world.
That's how it feels
That's
when
the
I'm
best
getting
feeling.
really close.
Yeah.
That's kind of the thing with Rick Rubin is he doesn't play an instrument. He doesn't know how to audio engineer. But what he can do is inspire just about anyone he's in the room with to get in the flow state
See, that's
pretty
some.
quickly. More fast than one could maybe the average person can naturally do by themselves, and even the most
He's a conduit for that state of consciousness.
100%.
For sure. That's incredible. I feel like that's one of the most important kind of people you can be, is to help somebody live themselves the most true way. To be able to like remove what is inhibiting somebody from really being themselves and really creating something beautiful.
And bringing out the best in someone and helping them
Bringing out
aspire
the
to
best.
be
Yeah.
what they truly are. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already there, and he just helps everyone tune into it and amplify it to the most extreme.
I think
Well, that's
about
why
that a
I'm
lot.
a big fan of the way that you said he's a conduit of the flow state, because that's really, I feel like, a big part of what you're getting at there is because the flow state is when you're
that-
not necessarily conscious of everything that you're doing. You're just making it
I would
happen.
disagree. I would say you're extremely conscious of everything happening, but you're not thinking about what you're doing. You're aware, but you're not consciously thinking, "Oh, this is what I'm doing."
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. You're not clocking that time. Like it's just happening, and you're like all of a sudden, time is just going and you're flowing.
He's
'Cause
kinda
that's
like
what
the
people describe
antenna
it as.
that
That's why
reaches out
it's
to
the
grab
flow
it.
state. Yeah.
'Cause
So to
usually-
have somebody there that can help you reach out and grab onto that.
Usually your subconscious is what is inhibiting you from really doing what you're trying
but
to do.
also is the one enabling it.
Right, but your subconscious is telling you, oh, be careful of this, be careful of that. Oh, worry about this, worry
It's the
about
chewing
that.
gum thing.
And so it's like it's like bringing both of them into one.
It's
Right.
Rick Rubin just a stick of gum.
What if, dude? That's figured it out,
just
dude.
to stick a gum. Well, I mean, they say the
Rick
glue,
Rubin
not
chewable.
necessarily that like he's the glue, but that's I feel like a part of where that comes from as well, where there's something that just makes it stick, something that brings it together, and sometimes it's the opinion of a person like that. I mean, it's the same thing with anything else, right? How you have certain people that consulting people that come in, they take leadership roles and things like that. There's people that
Gregorius.
can kind of just there's
Gregorius.
people that have Gregorius is a great example. People that have that vision and they know how to lock it in, and they can just kind of make it happen.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Life is fucking beautiful, man. It's actually pretty fucking incredible how much shit we're surrounded by that humans have made, and it was all just an idea at one point.
Yeah, dude. I remember one time tripping in Zion's National Park, and I was looking out at this crazy landscape on Angel's Landing, and then looking up and seeing 2 airplanes flying in the sky. And I was like, oh, it's so crazy thinking about like where humanity started from and where we're at now.
Yeah,
Fucking
banging rocks
gnarly.
together to start a fire, and then there's just fucking
People in the
jet
sky
propulsion
flying.
engines, dude.
There's a guy up there 250 miles up orbiting,
Looking
and
down,
he's
he's like, "Look at
outside of the
those
space
losers."
station. He's in just a spacesuit, and he's with the wrench. He's cranking on the space station, and he looks down and he just sees the fucking world.
Dude,
So let's
what
end
is
a
it?
on
lot
this.
of 'em
Let's
What
all.
is
end
it
on
like
this.
to come in space, dude?
The space-time
Bro,
continuum.
they know. There's people that know. They don't talk about it.
It
There's
goes for
people
40
that
minutes.
know.
It goes for 40 minutes.
Hold on.
You can't ever get there.
If you come in space, does it propel you backwards?
Shut up.
If
How
you're
long are you
weightless,
busted?
if you're completely wasted.
Grab that microphone,
Zoom in on the
Damon.
banana, so
That's pretty tight. I thought it was. Yeah, get closer.
Now let me ask you.
Don't yell at
real
me,
quick, real
Presley.
quick. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
What is it about the banana that you like so much?
Personally, the shape. I was gonna say, no, it's comfortable in the hand, in the palm. Peel that bad boy open. Whoa, watch the cord. And no, it's just delicious.
So you're saying
It's got a
phallic,
lot of good nutrients
phallic objects in your hand.
No.
Natural?
in it. If I'm being honest, I eat a lot. Look at me. I'm holding this microphone right up next
Oh,
to my
God,
mouth,
you're
close
right.
as possible while I'm talking. I love bananas. 2, corn dogs, above average. Only if it's like a nice turkey dog
Let
in
me
the
ask
middle,
you
though.
this.
Hot dog on a stick. Hot dog on a stick. It's really good. Yeah, but it's really good.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Ranch on a corn dog. Crazy?
No,
Or wonderful?
exclusively. But I'm personally a ranch and
Amen.
ketchup guy.
Oh, fuck ketchup. Give me mustard.
I
all
like
day.
mustard as well.
Ketchup
If
is
I- no,
bullshit.
if
I
I
don't
was-
need all that sugar.
If I made $1 million a year, of course I would have all 3 every time.
True.
But sometimes I have to pick my battles.
Wait, let me ask you this.
Sometimes I
You're
have to
going
pick my-
places where ranch, ketchup, and mustard are not provided for free after buying a dog?
3 sauces? I don't know. Do most places do 3 sauces?
I will always get
I mean,
I get
I'm a
all my
good-looking
sauce
guy,
for
and I
free.
just say, hey, you know what? can I just get a little bit of extra sauce on that? And they say, well, yeah, I was already going to give it to you.
That brings me up to a new point.
Ask for it
Yeah.
until you've already paid.
That brings me
You're
up
like,
to a
"Hey,
new
can
point.
I get
I'm
extra
like, oh,
sauce?" They don't
by
say
the
that.
way,
When the fuck
See,
did
that's how you
places
play the
start
game. You
charging
wait.
for sauce? When did that become a thing?
inflation, dude.
My childhood, I don't remember paying for sauce. All of a sudden, I'm paying for all these goddamn sauces.
Well, part of it is just that
It's 'cause-
people get selfish with it.
it's 'cause
That's just the
sauce-
truth.
it's
Are there
That's true within
homeless
time.
people out here living off the
So,
calories
be
of
on,
these
Google for
sauces?
This one, okay?
That's not even a fraction of what's going on. It's just that
But could
everybody, when you can get as many as you want, you say, yeah, give me 8. I'll take a bunch of sauce, dude. And then they give it to you, but like, you don't use it all. Of course you don't. So you're not going to put it in your fridge for the rest of your life. You just throw it away. And they're like, why are we fucking packaging this and paying for this for you to throw it away? We're just going to limit you to what most people use. They're like, we've had a lot of nuggets go out the window.
We're talking about sauce.
What are you talking about, guy?
Listen. Our equipment shit out on us. That's on us. It won't happen again. Boys and girls, go burn your house down.